handle your claims promptly and efficiently. When you need wide insurance coverage at a competitive rate, call us at 451-2049 for your rate quote today, or visit us at Bay Street, upstairs Bickles and Western Union, GK and Priority Insurance, because we care.
Bickles, enjoyment every day. Bickles, enjoyment every day. Go!
If there is one thing I like about Bickles, it's enjoyment every day. It doesn't matter if you're coming in for your beef patty and that hot cup of coffee. It doesn't matter if you're wanting that smoothie boost. It doesn't matter if you're at work and need that little sweet treat. What actually matters is that one common fact. That is, the experience is enjoyment every day.
Bickles, enjoyment every day.
It's time to hear from you. Call 485-9797. Exclusively with Bickles. Taste the difference.
It is with the compliments of Bickles. CK Priority Insurances. Man. So remember, if you're going to Bickles this morning, grab a patty, grab a pizza roll, grab some juices, and don't forget the insurance right there. Just FYI. You know what I mean? So there we go. 7:30
the end of the month.
Yeah, boy.
And
them fellas out.
Sometimes you forget when your insurance is out. Just check it.
Yeah.
Open the glove box.
Them buys them outside. Them buys outside.
Buy them outside.
Buying them outside. But yeah, no, they want to get with buying them.
Yeah.
Right. So we're going on the road. 7:30 in the morning. Just in case you missed it, just give you a brief overview of the story. And just in case you're not joining us and you want to know what we're talking about this morning.
Big up to Asbert at Asbert News Network. They dropped a story yesterday that basically highlighted what a lot of us feared. The police officer who's been charged of attempted murder of a young woman after stabbing her over 23 times for nearly an hour has been granted bail.
Who's surprised?
I'm surprised. I was surprised when I heard it.
Really?
Because you know why? Just like kind of further to our conversation about PR yesterday. I believe that politicians and whatnot are selfish people. I think it's part of the job, right? Or part of the character that takes that job. This issue is bigger than their PR. Because I would think that politicians would see this and say, you know what would be a win? If we held him. If we held people like this. Because it would be a win publicly.
Yeah.
It would say,
that we care. Yeah.
That we care.
We're concerned about the road we've been going on for the last couple of years.
But this issue is bigger than the PR.
See now we ain't hold him. What does that say now?
It shows that they see this as more important, being able to have discretion.
No. Just know that you said.
Oh, that they don't care.
Okay, good.
Right.
Okay,
question.
Don't care enough.
Has the commissioner come out and condemned this?
I don't think he would speak on this directly. He should, but I don't think.
Being that it's one of his officers,
they might tell you that it's an ongoing case, the investigation.
You're going to see a letter, and the letter will tell you that it's under investigation. We don't condone this type of behavior from member of the constabulary. End. Right.
And in instances like this, it would reassure the public if the commissioner, the PRO, the head of the detective units.
He getting technical now.
Yeah.
He getting technical.
Look, man.
Listen.
Homeboy walking free right now. Huh?
He good.
He woke up this morning.
You go and drink a cup of tea normal. You had to walk, but tougher.
If he wanted a Bickles breakfast,
he get that. But meanwhile, tougher had to take off his shoes and go in the cell.
Yeah, for some tough talk.
For just because raising his voice.
Take a call.
Boy, look. Morning.
Morning, me again. I want to know what the women of the ULP feel about this. Like 2 days ago, one of them dropped an article saying they standing something about violence against women. I want to hear what they have to say about this now. The other one went to United Nations Security Council and tell them they're going to increase safety for women and children. I remember that. I want to know what them they stand now, but guess what? Colin John is a political appointee by Ralph Gonsalves. So none of them dare say they go against what Colin John do.
You know what I find is amazing with this? Well, no. I know. As for the names he just called it, right? These are people who dress up in the nice clothes. I'm talking about the females here. The Speaker of the House is a female. The Deputy Speaker is a female. Kisal, she wrote the article,
Yeah.
And there are others.
They have a couple others. Yeah.
And
They
there are
have
others.
Grace Walters.
Yeah, Grace
who deals with health,
Walters. You have Audrey.
who has a myriad of nurses under her
Right.
administration.
You have Audrey Mittens. You have Siobhan Stewart.
Yeah.
And all of them.
Benava Brown.
All right. And others.
I would like to hear from them.
I want to hear from all you.
Do you believe that if you table a bill, that your male counterparts, your colleagues, would support it and say, we need to have stricter bail conditions, stricter sentencing for crimes like these?
I would love to hear from all you.
I would love for you to do it. I, however, suspect that you're not going to see the swift hand of the law as you might expect.
I would like to hear Kisal Peters table the motion, and by next week, I would even more love to hear that it was passed.
Going to the Facebook, Mansa Charles says in SVG, Michael Myers would get bail.
Michael Myers?
Yeah.
You know Michael Myers?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Okay, good.
Freddie and Jason would get bail. Facts.
Freddie
It's
cool, yeah.
It's
True.
facts. Yeah.
And we're making light of it, but it should be instances like this where there's clear-cut evidence, unquestionable proof that you tried to kill this woman. Your charges are attempted murder, aggravated assault, XYZ 1, 2, 3, breaking and entering, unlawful trespassing, and all these things. You should be held without bail.
Where is the?
And even if the victim doesn't press charges, the state should not allow this.
The system
to go unpunished.
But this is a situation
I know
where
people don't feel away about this because let's not forget
the DJ thing.
Thank you.
All right.
Tyson Davis says, take a call first.
Take a call. Morning. Hello. Morning. All right, that was
okay. All right. So Tyson Davis says, PR, Jagger, you think it's a coincidence the bail was granted the same day as the port building did over?
Morning. Morning.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Hey, morning.
Hey, good morning.
Jagger, this is as you. How is it that you can be surprised that this man got bail when a couple of months ago a man was charged for attempted murder and he practically got off scot-free because they couldn't find enough evidence to charge him without to lock him up for?
Well, no, if it's the same case, not that they couldn't find evidence. I think they dropped the charges. And not that they couldn't find evidence. But you know, the thing with this, right? And to couple up with, I want all these names that I just called it to answer me. Let me ask them a question. Your mommy, your daughter, your brother, your sister, your picnic, or even yourself going out. You come back home to go in your house.
What do you think they'll do for you?
Somebody sitting down in your corner, in a hazmat suit, in the corner in the bathroom, where they had the broom right there, and wait in the corner, you, and they start to custom you when you come inside.
For an hour.
For an hour.
Take a call.
Sit there, just let that marinate for me. Morning.
Yes, hi, good morning. I'm going to be short and brief and as concise as I possibly can. Now, going back to what you just said a little while ago, I'm not sure if people really understand the gravity of these things, because sometimes when you're not in a situation, you're not in a position, you tend to take things for granted. I'm speaking as a woman, and for her, for whatever reason, this man stabbed this young lady 23 times. Also, what I don't know what the people heard. From what I read in the article, when they interviewed her at the hospital, the young lady said that she fought. This girl fought for her life. They had every intention to kill her. How in making a deliberation that this man denied bail and then you granted bail for what can be the possible reasons? This is still somebody's life, and as a woman, when it's enough. And then you hear about stories where look at that man when this woman, he killed her, in front of the students at St. Martin. And then look, there's so many scenarios that we can bring up about women's violence against women. And this is a scary thought that for whatever reason, man decides he's going to stab me, kill me, for whatever reason, and he can get away with it. This is still murder. It is attempted murder. He almost murdered. Is just by a crook that he didn't get through for whatever reason. And y'all said something very importantly. How can, and this is not governmental, I'm sorry to say sometimes when you make comments and statements in this country, people always politicize it, and I absolutely hate it. This has nothing to do with politics, because I am no party member. And the thing is, something grievous has happened, and this is a grievous injustice, and something needs to be done. And if the government is not...
Sorry,
and if they're not doing anything, it would seem as if they don't care, because y'all said that just a little while ago.
Yeah.
And it's not that perhaps they don't, but then their actions will say otherwise.
Right.
I want our intentions doing. We're just going to sit down and not to say, to protest, to like cause havoc, as in what's happening in Chicago, but sometimes you do have to stand up as a nation. They always say that united we stand, but divided we are always going to fall, and that is very fundamental.
Stand up when the women aren't standing up and saying anything?
Especially
the women in power.
Exactly, they need to. Somebody needs to do something, but we just sit down on what's going to happen, and then sometimes again, when you go to stand out, then now you're victimized. Yeah. So that's why people stay quiet, and it is a sad state of affairs. And people would, if we suppose we live in a democracy, how could you not protest for something that is to be right? If something is wrong, it's happening, and it needs to be addressed. But people stay for the jobs and otherwise, and they may not want to do so. And that is sad. And this is how you know that is more political than anything. And that's why people don't want to speak out.
Right.
Y'all have a blessed day.
You too. Good day. You too. All right.
Energy Shamal Jack says so you get more time for thieving and ganja than attempted murder.
But like we said earlier this morning, Grant said so. Grant was right here, and he said so.
Somebody says we also have a female governor general. True. Especially Trap Wiz Poyer said if this female was a family member of the person who gave him bail, would it still give him bail? Would it still be the same?
Monique, Valentine says if I lived in Beckway, I will not feel safe.
Let me ask another $1 million question for you. Right? Where is or what position do you think the Christian Council should have on this? And where are they?
The Christian Council is going to release a statement that's probably going to say, that they condemn violence and whatnot.
That's normal.
And rather than saying, guys, just like you did for the gay people, right? You did a whole march, right? For the against the LGBTQ community.
Yeah.
Why can't you organize a march or something like this? If you really want to bring eyes to a situation, organize the same march.
Bring out your truck, do your rally thing we just do, get your permission, let me go uptown, let me come back downtown, let me come back downtown, and if possible, let me go uptown again.
Yeah.
What happened?
You don't have energy for things like this?
What happened? So you see, all these are the reasons why I sit and I say these things does not surprise you, because they write it. You see it. It's like the board. It's like watching the board. You're seeing it.
Teacher Sergeant says this is a slap in the face of the victim.
It ain't a slap. You take off your shoes and
it's a spit. It's a spit.
The name a slap. Morning.
You guys acting like we in still upholding a colonial system. Remember, back in the days, females wasn't look like how we treat them.
Yeah, they were the scourge of the earth.
They were the objects.
So that's why we using the system still, and they refuse to take the system, and there's the problem. We need to get rid of these colonial laws and get up to modern times, because what's this?
You see, the reason why we don't get rid of the colonial laws is because they work.
Yeah, they allow for discretion.
They allow for, yes.
Not even just discretion in a patriarchal society.
Yeah.
Where they still view women as objects. So
you want to talk about misogyny? Look at right there.
Yeah.
Look at right there.
Yeah.
Monique Valentine says tourism is important as a tourist in Beckway. I'll be scared. Oh, okay, that's the one you're reading.
Yeah.
Glenroy Brown says something needs to be done about the court system. The bail conditions just repeating the same things, nothing new added to make it stiffer and serious.
Bryce All says violence against women in SVG has not just gotten this bad since yesterday.
Sure.
For years, men have been getting away with this type of behavior since the 60s or before. Unless the culture changes and stiffer penalties, then you will be spinning top in mud.
Now go ahead.
Somebody says, where's Ashel when you need her?
Wow.
Magic. I know.
Actually, well, if you want to find her, she'll be deputy speaking at the house. sometime
Yeah.
soon.
Romel Brown says old khaki pants, so change should be inevitable. Did they march when they had the march for crimes against women? Not even Christian Council comes out. Just shows where we're at.
And Dina Anderson says Vincentians wicked to themselves, so let's all we feel the pain.
A next person on WhatsApp says SVG has never cared about women. The people of SVG need to stand up and protest for women's rights. There should be minimum sentences for these types of assaults against women and children. This has become the norm since I was a child. I am 40 this year, and the government and the people have yet to address this issue that affect mostly the poor.
Yep.
Elections are coming up. The people of SVG need to ask Ralph for a bill to protection of women and children. We have lost too many women like this.
Yeah, but he is
That's
the
like
same
somebody just said
man.
on the Facebook Live.
Yeah.
There's two types of justice system.
For the
System
poor and
for
the
the
rich.
poor and one for the rich.
All right, next one. Morning.
Oh, sorry, morning.
Yeah, that already gone.
Sorry.
Call
You see, no, what the person suggests, now he must ask who to do what?
Leader of the country.
Yeah, but the same leader of the country, when he was told by a radio announcer, which happened to be a female, that she don't feel safe because she don't think women are safe in
How
the
could
country.
you say that?
What did he say? So we're going to ask him again.
Ken Thomas says this case would be made up if you invite Grant Connell to tell the public what was his argument for bail. The man is innocent until proven guilty. If it was somebody for Grant, would it be a different movie?
All right. Take a call.
Morning.
Hey, Tuku, hey, brother, Jenny.
Hey, what's
Morning.
going on?
Calling up from Angola.
Angola.
Listening to your
From
program.
Ginny hometown.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. I'm a Vinci as well, too. But it's so sad that what's going on in St. Vincent. And the thing about it, right? Just imagine if there was a Minister of National Security daughter or somebody higher up daughter that incident happened to.
But it's what I keep saying.
Yeah.
Until the
Crazy. It is
until
crazy.
that ball bounce over in your yard and
Nothing
drop
doing.
squarely on your porch, nothing doing.
Yeah.
So when we say it's a serious matter, you have to ask yourself, is it really though?
For who?
And for who? You have to ask yourself these things. People don't like to hear it. God, oh, you're hating, oh, you did. But ask yourself, all the women who are in that party, this, sit down and ask yourselves, or let's go and have a woman's meet, and ask all yourselves, if it was somebody for all, how they would feel.
Listen, man. In this,
A man, just now, before I finish, remember, a dude stole a phone from a minister wife. What happened? He steal a phone. A girl cuss a minister wife. What happened?
chalk and cheese.
But all of a sudden now, the little nobody, when the peasants get stabbed up, what happened? Come on, man.
Paul Williams on the live says, we need to check who is the head of all these organizations and you will know why they can't speak.
And with that, it's with the compliments of Bickles and GK Priority Insurances Limited.
There you go.
Big